Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading is an extended weekend reading, focusing on the energies surrounding us during the weekend of September 7th through the 9th. For the reading, I'm using the Sun and Moon Tarot deck by Vanessa Decort, and I have also pulled one additional oracle card from the Earth Magic Oracle card deck by Stephen D. Farmer. As you can see, I have already laid the spread. Already shuffled off camera to try to save a little bit of time. And as I like to remind you, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. The only way to get a truly personalized reading would be to order a private reading from me. If you're interested, all of the information can be found in the description box below this video. It gives you all of the links that you need to schedule that private reading with me. All right, so let's jump into our reading. We have sitting in the past position. So the energy as we head into the weekend, the Eight of Cups. In this deck, it's called Indolence. It's followed by beautiful Ace of Wands. And the outbound energy for the weekend is the Two of Pentacles. And in this deck, it's called Change. And the card from the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for the weekend, what a great card. The Ten of Cups. And it's called Satiety in this deck, but it's the Ten of Cups, right? And the Oracle card, I don't think I've pulled this one before. It's the Milky Way, and it's called Perspective. So we'll see how this ties into the reading in a second. So beginning with the Eight of Cups. So we have two Cups cards, one Wands, one Pentacles. We're missing swords, right, to have all of the suits represented here. But the suit of Cups, it deals with our emotions, our feelings, relationships. It's also, it's how our feelings and emotions kind of affect our behavior, also how they sort of push us through life, how they influence our relationships as well, right? And the Eight of Cups is a card of, is one of the two transition cards in the Tarot. We have the Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups kept appearing actually in many of the September monthly readings. So interesting. But it's, it's a card of walking away. You can see that here the person is, he's turned his back on the cups, and he is walking away and leaving them behind. And so the main message of the Eight of Cups is, for whatever reason, at some point, this man, he drank from each of the cups here, and he, at some point they satisfied him. But for whatever reason now, they no longer bring him that same happiness, fulfillment. And so he's made the decision to turn his back on that relationship, that situation, that job, whatever this is for you. It's about turning your back on it and, moving forward. And yes, there's always a slight sense of regret and sadness at leaving something behind. There's also, the anticipation and the excitement about what might be coming up ahead. Sometimes this Eight of Cups can be emotional overload. If this is sort of a relationship that maybe you've given more of yourself than the other person. So, it's that not a very balanced relationship, right? It's just you giving of yourself and not getting anything in return. It's also a card that speaks of emotional limits, and needing to sort of set an emotional limit, possibly. And then again, walking away, if you see that, okay, nothing's going to change, I'm not happy, with this job, in this relationship, then it's moving on, okay? With the Ace of Wands coming up immediately after that, aces in the Tarot are brand new beginnings, right? And especially in this deck, I love it's the spark, right? We have this beautiful spark of life, this spark of creation. And the suit of Wands, it deals with the day-to-day matters in life. It deals with also, things such as our jobs. It's creativity, creative endeavors and projects. But it's also our own drive, determination, for doing those things. It's our, our ambition, it's our passion, it's our excitement as we do those things. And aces they're yes cards in the tarot. Aces are blessings from the universe. It's the universe extending this wonderful new opportunity. So this could be, news of or a brand new career opportunity. This could be a new creative opportunity or project. But whatever this new thing is, it's very exciting. It's very it's kind of getting rid of, it just burns away all of this, sadness and whatever this Eight of Cups was. The Ace of Wands comes in to just, bring this beautiful new spark and new opportunity into your life. And it can definitely bring, more stability and more balance, because with the Two of Pentacles, we even see here, you can see the yin and yang represented here with the dark and light. We also have, the number 8 or the infinity symbol sort of turned on its side, really representing, that balance and the bringing things into balance. So whatever this new opportunity is for you, it could bring balance, a greater balance into your life. And the Suit of Pentacles deals with, it's the tangible things here in the material realm, such as our job, the work that we do, the money that we earn for the work that we do. It's our resources, has to do with financial prosperity, can also have to do with our homes, families. And, with the two, you can see that the person is sort of juggling things on the card. So, you might have been juggling, right? Maybe this walking away over here with the Eight of Cups, it was because of, maybe you weren't making enough money at that particular job. Maybe it has been very difficult for you to, make ends meet, to juggle your finances. So with this new thing coming in, and it's interesting because like I was saying with what he's juggling here, yes, it's a 2, but it's like the number 8 on its side. So it's kind of like turned this Eight of Cups, turned this number 8, on its side. So it's turned it over. There's a change here. And, there could be this new cycle beginning in your life, and one that's going to bring in greater financial, balance. It can also have to do with balancing out, different areas of your life, such as, more balance with regards to your home and your work life. It can also have to do with the need to be, or the need to adapt, the need to be, to kind of go with the flow, right? You see that sometimes, when life throws things at us, if somebody were to throw in an extra pentacles here, then, somehow, some way, this person would have to figure out how to juggle that new thing as well. So it's about keeping that sort of open mind, being open, right? Being open to new things, going with the flow. And it can be a brand new cycle in your life. And this change is very positive because, we have the 10 of Cups as the overall energy for the weekend. And 10s in the tarot are endings, but they're also, culminations. Like the 10 of Cups is the ultimate, happiness card out of the Suit of Cups, out of the Minor Arcana here. So it's about, there can be harmony in the home place with the 10 of Cups. There can be just, loving family, loving home life. There could be good luck happening around the home. You just feeling very, very happy, very, very fulfilled, very, very grateful, but very fulfilled with, everything that's happening at home. So again, this change, this new opportunity could definitely, and it could even be a change in, in perspective with this Ace of Wands and this, new thing coming. You might have to go with the flow, change the way that you've made money, right? That you're going to start making money. Maybe it's different than the way that you always have made money. But it's going to bring this greater sense of happiness into your life, of fulfillment, of achievement, right? It's a very happy, a very It's very good, a good weekend it looks like. Now let me take a look at this Milky Way card because it's called Perspective. Let me see here. This card says, it's quite a long description, so let me try to, I'll start off with the main message for it, and then I'll go back because it gives, in this particular Earth Magic Oracle deck book, it gives you, kind of a background on the Milky Way because it's called Milky Way Perspective, and then it goes into, the general meaning for the card. So the meaning of this perspective card, it says, you have lost your perspective, so it's time to step back, breathe, and allow yourself to detach in order to gather information from your senses and regain your perspective about the situation. Detachment does not mean that you no longer care. It simply indicates that you are looking at things from a different point of view. It is an outlook that is not clouded by emotions, judgment, or attachment to outcome, but instead maintains a non-reactive awareness of these things. The witness, that internal aspect of yourself that simply observes everything in your life, offers his or her eyes here. Through these lenses of pure awareness, you can examine all aspects of your experiences, physical, emotional, and mental, without denying anything. By doing so, you will come to understand a greater perspective than is typically justified by the ego, which allows you to see what is before you with clear vision and an open mind. And if I go just to sort of touch on a couple of the main points that it gives here about the Milky Way, and this is such a pretty card. I don't think I'm not doing it justice by showing it like this. It's really very pretty. But it says, the Milky Way is said to be one of billions of galaxies in the observable universe. And then the Milky Way itself contains between 200 and 400 billion stars, the one most familiar to us being the Earth. And then it goes on and talks about, the age of the Earth. And then it says, so considered from this perspective and kind of where we are and how we fit into, everything. It says our usual frame of reference is put to the task. So we're faced with the choice of abandoning our myopic vision in favor of seeing and accepting the bigger picture, right? Or we can just allow ourselves to be overwhelmed by a sense of smallness and helplessness. So it's all about perspective, just like I was saying here with the Two of Pentacles, If you're asked to juggle one other thing, it's about kind of how you adapt and your perspective. Do you stress out and freak out and say, oh my gosh, I have another thing that I have to deal with, another thing to juggle? Or do you adapt? Do you go with the flow? Do you change, right? And do you just, kind of start juggling and deal with whatever comes in? So there is definitely something to do with a change in perspective. There's new opportunities, leaving something behind that no longer serves us, a need to, to balance or to change in some way, to go with the flow. But, looks like a wonderful weekend. We have great happiness, right? Emotional fulfillment here. So I do hope that these messages have helped you. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again. And just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful weekend. Bye for now.